Hi everybody, it's Dory. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, welcome. This is a channel that I just document my weight loss surgery journey, which I have been doing for over 4 years already. And I just talk about life. I talk about meal prep, things I'm eating, things I'm doing to change my habits, and things like that. So let me get to introduce myself. I am 48 years old, 5'4" tall, and on September 12th of 2016, I had vertical sleeve gastrectomy, weight loss surgery. My highest recorded weight was 350 pounds. My day of surgery weight was 300.5. Last December, I was at my lowest, which was 156.3. And probably about January, February-ish, I was kind of bouncing back and forth through the 160s up to 170s. And then about a month ago, I hit 180 again. So it was kind of time for me to reassess my goals and what I could do to achieve those. And so I went back and I watched my videos from November and December and then looked at my FitnessPal to see what I did back then. So I discovered that the ketogenic diet does not really work for bariatric patients. So I went back to a higher or moderate protein, low fat, and low carb diet. The carbs I get are mostly from vegetables and fruits. And the protein I have a protein coffee. And I also get the protein from fish and meats and things of that nature, eggs. And so this morning, about a week ago, I weighed in at 172. And then this morning I weighed in at 176. So I'm kind of bouncing up and down. I'm trying to find my sweet spot of what works for me as far as how much protein. And I think I'm actually probably overdoing it on the protein. I'm getting like 140 grams of protein. I'm not really trying to, it's just what I've been eating. And of course, this protein coffee gives me 39 grams of protein because I put collagen in it as well. So I'm just kind of on this journey learning. I really feel like no matter how far out you get in surgery, you can always be learning and growing. And so I still do a ton of research. I still am changing up different things that will work for me. So I've been videotaping some meal preps and some what I eat in a days. I also did a Costco grocery haul, which you guys will see in my lineup that has already been put out. So I am just really doing the same things that I've done before. I'm also adding in some weightlifting before bed. Sometimes some yoga. I have to be more consistent in it though, because I'm not really that consistent. My youngest daughter, who is 6, and my friend's son, who is also 6, which I was remote schooling both of them along with my other 3 kids. Both of the younger ones went to school full time. So my daughter gets picked up in the front of my house. I got lucky. Our bus stop is right at the tip of my driveway, and there's not many people on the bus. And so she has been going to school since Monday. So today is Thursday. She loves it. Everything has been going great. She has no problem wearing her mask. And so it's extremely quiet here. So I've been able to do more videos and more things that I normally wouldn't do since the kids were home since last February. So I have some videos coming that are, the meal prep type. I also have a recipe that I'm going to work on. My husband, I think, maybe doing it today or tomorrow, maybe this weekend, but basically he's going to make I think it's made from squash, but you think that it's apples and it tastes like a dessert. So he's going to make that, and I'm going to get it on video, so that way it will be a one recipe video and you guys can just get the things that you'll need. And so he's going to make that. So that'll be coming up as well. I definitely miss getting out walking in the mall that I was doing last February. And I miss kind of just getting out of the house and just running where I need to go. It kind of kept my mind off of eating and all of that. But yeah, I'm just trying to get more fish in, more turkey and chicken in, and that's kind of what I'm working on. Working on maybe getting some kind of consistency, like even while the kids are doing the remote schooling, it's really quiet in the living room. I could go ahead and do yoga or do something, but I just feel a lack of motivation to do those things. But good to the last drop. I think that's Maxwell House commercial. So, but yeah, that's really all that's going on over here. Just trying to get my groove going. What works for me. Sometimes if I have a higher calories, that works better than doing the real super low calories. Somewhere in the middle doesn't really do anything. It just kind of stalls me. So yeah, that's really, just trying to get my groove on this journey. I'm trying to think if there's any like NSVs that have happened. I know the bulk of them happened for you guys, and I'm sure for me and you guys, maybe a year out, year and a half, where you can cross your legs for the first time. You can walk a flight of stairs without getting out of breath. But I'm able to buy clothes on Amazon that are made in China and still fit in a medium. Some of my shirts I can buy small now. I just bought some pajamas size medium. I probably could have gotten a small, but I didn't bother to return them. I'm excited to wear them this weekend, probably on Sunday when I just kind of relax for the day. I bought some jogging pants. I normally wear leggings all the time, but I bought jogging pants, Calvin Klein from Costco, and they were size medium and they fit perfect. They're not tight. I can put my hands in the pockets, things like that. It's really a thrill to be able just to buy off the rack or to buy online and know that it's going to fit. There still is a part of me, though, thinking that I'm going to get it and it's not going to fit, especially with jeans. I don't know. I don't know if that ever goes away, or I guess it probably goes away after quite some time, but I'm trying to think of the other things. Yeah, crossing legs never gets old. Being able to walk and not get winded, keep up with, like, if you're at a doctor's office, the the nurse that comes and gets you in the waiting room, and then you're like running behind her to get to the room. I go at the same pace. I know before I didn't. I know there were times that my husband would be walking and I couldn't keep up with him. Now he can't keep up with me. He's also trying to figure out his journey now. He's gained weight since he got back from basic training, and he's got a good probably 25 pounds to go before he gets that weight off. I know that happened a lot in tech school. I don't know if it's a common thing with military guys, but he was at basic training for 8.5 weeks and then went right to tech school. And at tech school, it's kind of like I don't know, like a college campus, really. You go to class, but you have all this time, and, people can go to the bar if they want, and people can eat what they want, and there's no strictness, and you can eat as much as you want, and you can order food and, whatever. So he put on a good 25, 30 pounds, and he's having a tough time getting back onto his journey and getting back onto not eating and not binge eating. And then I had a serious talk with him last night because I feel like this is one of the areas that I've done well in, and that is not letting yourself get on that, the like hamster wheel where you're mad at yourself that you ate something, and so you go over here and you binge a little, and then you get more mad and you're depressed, and then you don't eat for a little while, and then you punish yourself, and then you binge, and then you eat the wrong things, and then you think that you're eating the right things, and then you cut out all these things, and it's just this whole thing. And so I encouraged him last night. I said, if I gave you any advice, and the funny thing is, I don't know if any of you guys have a spouse that does this, but, they go to advice from people who have no clue what they're doing, who have not had to lose weight or are obese and don't care. And I don't know, it's odd, but he doesn't usually take my advice. I don't know if it's because it's from me, and I don't know, but I did let him know last night that I really think that he needs to do a cleanse as far as fasting for 24 hours to kind of get that mental clarity and everything, and then just get like all the junk out of his system. I think for him, what we did is we had a date on Sunday, and him and I had a cinnamon roll from Cinnabon, and I knew I was going to have it, and that's probably why my body is still fluctuating, kind of still, 4 days out, I'm still kind of reeling from it, which is fine. I planned for it. I haven't had one in probably, I don't know, 8-10 years. And so, but for him, I think he kind of opened Pandora's box, and he had the rush of sugar, and he loves anything cinnamon, especially with that frosting. And so I just think he opened up a can of worms and kind of made himself crave a lot of the sugary things. Now, for me, once I have something, I've realized over all these years that I can have it and I can move on and I can feel fine about it. I don't have to feel like I need to now punish myself, or I need to now have more of it, or hey, I had this week, let me have more next week, and let's make this a weekly thing. I don't feel that at all. I feel like it's something I gave myself as a treat. We planned for it. We hadn't had a date in a while. It's kind of hard to have dates to find someone who's able to take care of 4 children, and for any extended amount of time. So it was something that we had planned to do. And so I just think for him, he just needs to get that detox thing in the way of a fast to get his body to go through the withdrawals of the sugar again, drink a ton of water, and flush out his system. That's another thing I forgot to mention. What I'm doing is I'm drinking between 120 to 160 ounces of water a day. So I have a 40-ounce bottle that I got from Amazon, and I fill that up 4 times. Most days I get through that 4th bottle, the 4th, fill up, and some days I only get half. So it's like 120, 140, whatever. But my goal is to do up to 160 a day. And so I think that's helped with kind of just moving stuff through and getting it out, and just kind of giving my body the water that it needs to flush things away. So we'll see how it goes from there. I'm still just doing my thing, doing what I know to be right. I did do a lot of research on the ketogenic diet, and it is a great lifestyle and things for someone who has not had bariatric surgery. There are a couple of people who actually just put up videos within the last week just talking about it. And I believe Nicole Burgess was one. And Keto Connect actually just put up an amazing video just talking about keto not being a sustainable lifestyle for a long period of time. It's just not, it just doesn't work. And I know a lot of people, you don't want to hear that, and you hate it, and you know that has been your heart and soul of your journey. But from everything that I've read and all the scientific evidence and the way that our bodies process things after weight loss surgery, the ketogenic diet is not for you. Now, You don't have to accept that for yourself. This is your journey. But if you are continuing at 3 years out, I don't know, 1.5, 2.5, 3, 4 years out, and you are still yo yo dieting, you got to look at that. You got to look at how you're fueling your body and the fats that you're feeding it, and the binging and the alcohol and the transfer addictions to certain things and the snacking. You got to look at it all. And keto definitely has a place, and it's good short term, maybe even upwards of 6 months, but it's not a sustainable thing. It actually helps to be able to fast and intermittent fast, and do a little bit of keto here and there for your brain and for Alzheimer's and MS and things of that nature. But as bariatric patients, there are a whole slew of people who are those success stories who have been in maintenance for years, reach maintenance after a year and a half, and never looked back. They're successful, and none of them do keto. Some have tried and failed and knew that that just was not for them, and then others just knew that that just was not a good thing. So, but for you, you do whatever you think will work and whatever will get you to your goals of being healthy, or whatever the goals are that you have. That's about it for now. It is almost Halloween. Halloween, the end of this month. One of my daughters has a birthday, and I'll be planning to encourage her in some way, COVID style. And yeah, that's it. That's my update. I will be back with more. See you guys later.